Tubaba and Don Jazzy have spoken, and they've spoken in the same line. Just to remind you, Tubaba was in an interview with Nedu some weeks ago, and he said a man is not biologically, what's the word now? He's not built to stay with one woman. Men are built to stay with several ladies, and that is how we are wired. That's the word, wired to be. Now, after a couple of posts here and there, he got a lot of backlash. People said, oh, you can't be saying this. You're a role model. You can't be, promoting polygamy. You can't be promoting cheating in marriages. You can't be promoting XYZ and all of that. Now, his wife or his girlfriend, whoever, Natasha,
New wife.
Natasha, Senator or Honorable Natasha, recorded a video where Tubaba allegedly recorded a video where Tubaba apologized. I'm so sorry to my wife, I did. I'm so sorry to my fans. I shouldn't have said that. I messed up, this and that, and everything like that, and everything. Now, I'm going to ask a question there. Let me ask a question there. Do you think he was really sorry, or it was just a case of I shouldn't have said that in public, but that is still my opinion?
To be honest, that's not even the first time he will say such a thing. But
he's always been that guy who is known for that ideology. So I really don't know what the apology was for.
The apology was for his new wife.
So that means be in mind. He still maintained. So it's just like saying, you know what, guys, I'm sorry for saying it out, but now wait that kind of thing.
Yeah, the apology to me was for the new wife. And I think if people say, oh, he's being forced to do it, no, I don't think he's being forced, but the apology was for the new wife. Why? Because the new wife is new to the Tubaba. The people who have known him for years know the kind of person he is. But women are always emotional with things like this. They see what it is, they know what they are getting into.
Yeah.
They don't fully accept it or assimilate it, what it is that
Yeah. Anyways, Don Jazzy with Nancy Isime just some days ago as well had an interview. Nancy Isime said, "Why are you not in a relationship?" Don Jazzy said that the reason why he's not in a relationship is because he can't focus on one woman. That he cannot be in a relationship and assure the lady that, oh, you are the only one I'm seeing. There's no other lady, and there's no other lady out there, and everything is a lie. Forget it. If I'm dating you, forget it. Say now only you did. And that's not what a lot of ladies want. They want, if it's me, then it's me only, and all of that. But he's saying, I'm going to be open to you. Don't expect faithfulness from me. I cannot be faithful to you. He even said, oh, there's a lady there in the crowd. They'll say, I think she's beautiful. I think you're beautiful to Nancy, but that lady is beautiful as well. I'm not going to say you're beautiful and say she's not. I'm going to appreciate her as well.
I think
now
we men,
we
need to be responsible, right? Because this thinking has gone on for years.
Yeah.
People say these things they say with all seriousness and say, oh,
Don Jazzy, surprisingly, Don Jazzy got a lot of backing, especially on social media.
This is not recent. I know this interview. I think it was a little while back. The one with Don Jazzy.
With Nancy Isime. It's a new season of Nancy Isime show.
Really?
It's a new season of Nancy Isime show.
I know I've heard him say utter those words.
Yes, in another podcast maybe. But this particular one with Nancy Isime is a new season of Nancy Isime show. There's been D'banj on the show. There's Don Jazzy as well. And he said this. And it's out there right now. Everyone is talking about it. And they're saying, oh, that's my Don. If you get money, you can do anything.
Let's compare it.
Okay.
Don Jazzy. No known wife. We know he had a wife before and he got divorced.
Well, true.
Yeah. But ever since then, he's not fathered any babies from several women. There's not been any scandals.
No baby known to us.
Yeah.
Known to the world.
Yeah, nothing. Right. So if him as somebody who is single say something like this, I think that's fine because he's not committed to one thing at the moment, right? He hasn't signed any document to say, oh, for better, for worse, is me and you. This is it.
You think it's
Exclusive.
fine?
Yes, because he hasn't signed anything exclusive with anybody. He's been
Yeah, but
open about what he wants.
is it the right ideology to have?
No, I'm not saying it's not my. I don't think it's not my place. The only way I would have something to say whether it is right or not is if you as a person has already married somebody, right, and you have said, oh, this is when you do a marriage, it's exclusive now. You're
It
not
is
doing.
exclusive.
You are meant to be exclusive to that person, right?
Yes, yes.
And if somebody like Chubaba, unfortunately, I'm going to call him this word, has chosen, who has been proven to be irresponsible when it comes to women. That's what it is. Who has a history. Imagine somebody, I don't want to go this far, but imagine Chubaba, who has 3 different children with somebody that he's not married to. And he had those children while he was with his ex-wife that he's just divorced,
Annie Idibia, yeah.
Annie Idibia. So while you were with this woman, you had the first one, you had the second one, you had the third one.
Hmm.
And in between, you also had with
Annie
Annie.
as well.
That's irresponsible. That's irresponsible. As an adult, that's very irresponsible. If you know you want to run that kind of parable, make sure everybody's on the same, everybody
Page.
agrees to it. We know in African culture there's polygamy, there's from time immemorial, but it's based
Yeah.
on agreements. Or if you want it like that, no problem. But don't be publicly irresponsible about it. Now that now you've divorced your wife, your ex-wife, you have a new wife who you say you love so much. Why you love this person so much? Why are you coming out on a podcast to say things like, "Oh, you don't think your people are designed"? It never ends well. It never ends well. There's
Definitely.
name the artist. They'll tell you even nice right now. We don't use style hang boots. When he was hot, things he used to say. You go see get like 100 picking that long way. Right now, we school fees and this and this and this and Baba. You go remember say you want to have another picking.
Nah, no.
It's irresponsible like that. All these things that happen is very, very irresponsible. And we need to even be passing the right message to people. And people will know that. Don't say you cannot do. Don't say men are not. See, speak for yourself. I know guys. I know my guys. I know you. Abi, you don't change.
No.
You don't change. Exactly. I know my guys. I know my guys. We are very committed to our women. It's just one. And I think that's where it should be. If you want to run,
Exclusivity is a
even
no-brainer in marriage. It's a
it's the
no-brainer.
easiest
It's a
thing.
no-brainer in marriage, yeah.
But when you now start saying, "No, you want to be able to, you want to eat your cake and have it at the same time." So if you think that's the way it is, then of course, then the woman should be able to do the same. They should be able to say, "Oh, I want to marry too. I want to be able to do this." I know in other climes like the Igbo climes, they
Yeah.
do that, right? Which again is something wide. But if you are going to run a polygamous system, you have to be in agreement with the people who are involved. Right?
Yeah.
That's
But
the only way
Big
it works.
Lala, does singlehood vindicate Don Jazzy?
Yes, that's why I'm saying that he has
How?
not been.
He's
He's
a
not
role
been.
model.
No. Let's look at it this way. He's not signed exclusively to anybody.
Okay.
He is single. He is to the best of my knowledge, a bachelor.
Yes, he is a bachelor.
He doesn't have any known girlfriends,
No, he doesn't.
right? And he has said, "This is what I want to practice for myself. If I meet you, I'm telling you straight away, right? I cannot promise you that I'll pay you." That might even be what is being the deal breaker for these ladies, that he has not settled down with anybody.
True.
But he has been open about it and he said it and he's abided by that. He's living his life the way it is. He hasn't signed any exclusive. He hasn't fathered any children in different places. He hasn't done any of that. So he's allowed to do that as a single person. But somebody who has married someone before, who has kids from 2 different women in the same timeline, now married with somebody new,
There's about three.
most likely would want to say he wants to father another child, right? With this new woman. It is irresponsible. You cannot be this old and still be this irresponsible. Right? Fine, you like woman, but come on, man.
I too like woman. You're
Don't wait
girl.
since you're young till now. You know go tire you.
I mean, there's Pero.
Drunk.
I think Pero has 2.
Is it 2 or
Sumbo
3?
maybe. I think Pero has 2 or 3. There's Sumbo as well.
Yeah.
Sumbo. Then there's Annie as well. That's
Annie,
three. Yeah.
it's irresponsible. It's irresponsible. There's no two ways about it. And if he doesn't want to change, that's fine. You can give
So
your
you are
advice.
saying Tubaba on the cross,
Nah,
castigated, while Don Jazzy is. Are you fully supporting Don Jazzy's statement?
yeah, as a single person, you can do what you want. You're not committed to it. But if you're going to be saying, oh, this is
But
a
is it
good one,
morally right?
there's
Now,
nothing
leave
about
single this now.
say
Morally, is it right?
if you want to go moral self, say Abraham no get more than one wife. No, talk him now. How many wives he gets? Say
I,
Abraham wife born the first pikin
I,
for.
I, I understand you. I understand you. I
Even in
know
the
that even
Bible,
in the Bible,
there are
yeah.
several people that had so many wives. The person that is after God's
Oh my
heart,
days, Big
they
Lala,
say the man that is after
David,
God, how
David,
many,
King Solomon,
how many concubines?
King Solomon.
So don't bring morals into it because it's not about morals now. You're just being responsible
Mm,
as a human being. Do what is right. Do right by your kids. Do right by yourself and the person
mm,
you're with.
mm.
They've said this person, you've married this person. That's what it means. Is that people just give marriage a bad name, right? Don't do that. Don't the two about please don't do that.
But don't you? Yeah, continue.
If you want to do it, please do it privately. Don't come on podcast and start saying these things and
Mm.
letting people think it's normal. It's not normal. And then
Yeah,
when
yeah.
on social media, we're going to be seeing you'll be seeing some analogies that doesn't make sense. And when I see these analogies, it gets my head. People will be like, oh, when you have a key that opens many lock, is kineko, is a master key. That's the most stupidest analogy you will hear about men being polygamous and women being polygamous. If you as a man wants to be polygamous, then let's the lady.
Women too can do it.
That's
Yeah,
right. Then that means you should be
it's
fine
same. They're both
getting with
humans.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
They're
we
both
should do it.
humans. They're both humans. They're both
So,
humans.
you
Now,
just tell me.
while we understand the Silver case and the Don Jazzy case as well, there's a lot of tweets I've been seeing about how Don Jazzy, in as much as he's single, he's a bachelor, and he's got the right to say anything he wants to say as regards his relationship. He's not committed to anyone. So why should he not? They feel like some people will look at that tweet or that video and say, well, I might as well be a Don Jazzy. Why can't I? So isn't that a bad influence?
No, that's not bad because he's living a single life. And again, that's why I have a problem with some of these guys who divorce their wives. See, before people come for me, I know I've already been married for what 7, 8 years, right? But me, if anything happens, I don't think I want to go through all this again and go and start fathering and doing all this. I don't want to do it again. I've done
Yeah,
it and that's it.
yeah.
So if anything happens and there's a split, I think it's best I just live my single life and enjoy myself. So when I see people like Rude Boy who have said the whole thing, how old is Rude Boy now? That one is not young,
Yeah, it's
right? And
45, I think. Yeah.
exactly, and then you are now starting that whole process again and you still want to do another one. They tire una. Not even about money now. No, there's no laugh. They tire them.
Mm.
There's no if you've done it once, you've gone through it, just leave it as it is. Like,
Yeah,
don't go
yeah,
through that
yeah.
whole
The
process.
process and
It's
everything. Yeah,
exhausting. It's
it
exhausting.
is. It is
And for someone
exhausting.
like Tubaba now, who will still go again and say this Natasha lady now, he wants to do and do and do. It is exhausting. After all you have gone through with all
The
the
ladies and
it's
everything. Yeah.
irresponsible. That's what it is. It's just irresponsible.
Well, the two sides to this in the story, there are two sides to this coin. People are defending Don Jazzy, and while some are saying, nah, this is not right. While some are also defending Tubaba, while some are saying, no, it is not right. Now, they are defending Tubaba for being real. They're saying he's being real.
It's
He's
being
a real
irresponsible.
guy. Is a real guy. Why don't Jazzy? They're saying, oh, yes, he's a real guy. And if you have money, you can do anything. Now, there's just a whole lot. But guys, let us know what you think about this particular issue. Same opinion, same takes, different reactions to
Mm.
this particular thing. Don Jazzy and Tubaba. Also, let's know what you think about ODG and Shabuzi. It drops when? It drops tonight.
Mm.
It drops tonight. ODG, Shabuzi, with that one, Change Your Mind, dropping tonight. There's also Zelensky and his music industry. What exactly is this cancellation and reconciliation? And of course, is he trying to go outside Nigeria to build his craft and to get some sort of following? Whiskey and Thames on the Apple Music Top 500. Number 6, Wizkid with Kyla and Drake with that one dance. And of course, the Thames, Future, and Drake as well appearing on at number 42 on the list of Apple Music top 500 most streamed songs of all time. There's Davido and which team wears black as their main color? Is it my Melody Sundowns or no? Sundowns wear yellow. I think there's a
Is
team
there
in
a
South
color?
Africa. A team in South Africa that wears black, like all black.
Oh, what's it
Forgotten
called?
about it. I don't know, Mazulu Stars or
It's
something like
Kaizer
that.
Chiefs.
I think Kaizer Chiefs or something like that. Yeah, I know there's a team who wears all black,
Mm.
and Davido plays for Mazulu FC, or the guys, playing for Dortmund, the Chelsea guys, the United guys as well. There's just a whole lot, Davido and the metal tweets gaining lots of traction. What do you think about it? Tell us. You can listen to this full episode of this podcast on Spotify. Yes, please go check it out. And a couple of the snippets and stuff will be on our social media channels, Gusto TV Africa. Please follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and of course on Instagram at Gusto TV Africa. We'll be glad to see you there and also to interact with you. Thank you so much, Big Lala, for coming to the show today. There's a whole lot we also have to discuss in the next episode. We hope we're going to have maybe a guest or maybe me and Big Lala again. Of course, even if it's both of us, we're going to do justice to it. Please don't castigate us too much. I know Lala is going to get a couple of bashing on this podcast. I don't know what you've spoken about, but I kind of think that the too bad thing will get to a couple of sticks, and maybe the Davido thing as well. Teddy BJ are going to come for you like, you this guy, you're criticizing our guys and everything. But I mean, it's all love.
I don't tell them, so they go sit down somewhere.
we love every one of you, and we'll see you guys on the very, very next one. Please continue to stay safe. Don't forget listening to the full episode on Spotify, and of course, out everywhere. Shabuzi and Burna Boy, change your mind out tonight. The cowboy thing. Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one, guys. Please stay safe.